Dragon Vita's a pretty This is the Russian Folk Art Collector's Edition. There's also the Special Edition in green, which I just reviewed in yesterday's video. And there is also, or maybe I might have both videos up today, I don't know. We'll see. There's also the original, which is in red. It's like the green one in red. But this is the Collector's Edition. It's available on that project. There is only 75 that were produced. They were a bit pricey. They were like 55, 60 bucks for one deck, which is a little bit ridiculous. Ain't doing it again. It was nice though. It's a nice deck, so I'm glad I got it. The front of the box says Russian Folk Art, and it is something in Russian. Go figure. I have no idea. Not the faintest idea what it says. And I don't even know how you translate that on Google. We won't even worry about that. The front of the tuck also has a bunch of fruits and flowers. And it has a nice glossy embossing. That textured embossing is very cool. The writing's like that as well. The side says Collector's Edition with more fruits and flowers in that embossing. And same with the other side, except it says Collector's Edition this time. Top. Just some colorful stripes. Again, they're embossed as you can see. And the bottom it says NataliaSilva.net. You can get more information there. And again, it's embossed. And the back, more of the same fruits and flowers and embossing. It's also autographed. And there's also a seal that is down here. I'll tell you why, I guess, in a minute. It says Russian Folk Art with that Russian doll thing. And it says number 31 out of 75. No seal. Well, not up here anyways. There actually is a seal. The seal actually came on top of the cellophane. I guess he stuck them on after he got the deck, since he autographed them, which is really nice. I would have preferred if it was an actual seal on the deck. Although, then it would have involved cutting it and possibly damaging the number. But not in this case, actually. The number would have been okay. But, I mean, I understand you just put them on afterwards. That's fine. Cellophane, you know, she autographed it on the cellophane, which is fine. The only problem is there's no pull strip, so you have to be really careful when opening it to not destroy the autograph. So, it is what it is. On the flap, you have more of that embossing. Very cool. And same there as well. This deck, as you'll see, is a lot thicker than a standard deck. Why? Because it has embossing on it. The artwork on the faces is essentially the same as the other Russian Folk Art deck, so you can check that one out for more. You get Joker. It's different actually, the Joker's. It's a bear. Double-sided bear. It says Joker with the star in yellow on both corners. And the other one, red. Joker and bear. The backs are different in this one from the other one. Although not centered the same from side to side and top to bottom. Not a big deal. But it's a bunch of fruits and flowers and whatnot. Looks like grapes, I guess. Really cool. As you can see, it's got that embossing texture. You really have to see it to understand what it is. It's hard to describe. I'm sure the video does no justice, but it's a really cool texture, as you can see in the light there. The aces. This deck has Russian indexes. The aces do not have an A. They have a T, which is super confusing because it feels like that should be the 10 instead of the ace. But it is what it is. For the most part, I think most people who got this deck probably aren't even going to open them because they're limited edition. So, whatever. The jacks, in this case, they have a B. I guess it stands for boy. Actually, it stands for something else. I don't remember what it is. The queens have whatever letter that is. It looks like an A. It's obviously not. And the kings have, oh, smokes, they have a K. You'd think it would be something else. Very nice colors, as you can see. It's the same artwork as the previous deck. Oh, that's interesting. They got a club in the opposite corner there. They do have little pips in the opposite corners, basically, so that's nice. Most of them. So that's that. All the backs are Same old as I showed you. The flowers and the fruits. The number cards. In this case, the two's got building going on. It's a reverse of the other deck, where the other deck had these buildings on the jokers and it had kind of a barren guitar thing on the twos. This one, the twos got the buildings. Three's got the girl. As you can see, spades and clubs are in yellow. Hearts and diamonds in red. Four's got the accordion. Five's got a bunch of girls. Russian dolls. Here's a different building for the sixes. The sevens, yes, the vodka. The eights, the flowers. 9 more flowers. 10, those girls. And then that's it. So it's similar to the other deck. It's obviously a lot thicker. It obviously has black faces. As you can see, it still handles pretty good. Despite that glossy embossing, that texture, you think that would cause some issues, but it really doesn't. As far as the back design is concerned, very nice. That was like my main reason for getting it, because it's just so nicely detailed, so I'll say 5 out of 5. For the faces, I will say, again, 4 3/4 out of 5, just like the last one, just because not as usable because of the way they are. Actually, I'll say 4.5 out of 5, not 4 3/4, just because the indexes the way they are. I like the way they are. I understand why they are like that, because it's a resin deck, but it doesn't make it too usable for playing games. Not that most people are going to be using these for anything, because most people aren't opening them. In fact, I'd be surprised if most people aren't reselling them on eBay right now for 150 bucks or 100 bucks. But not me. They do kind of stick together a little bit back to back like this if you're playing solitaire or something, but not a big thing. So 4 3/4 or 4.5 out of 5. Sorry, for the faces. I'll say, yeah, I'll say 4 3/4 out of 5 for the faces. 5 out of 5 for the backs. Handling wise, I'll say 4.5 out of 5. Obviously, it's not going to handle as good as a regular deck because of that embossing, that glossy embossing. It does have a linen finish on the faces. The backs also have a linen finish, but again, they got that texture to them. So it still handles pretty good, but not as good as other decks. So that is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This one, you'll find it on eBay for about 150 bucks. Somewhere in that range, 100, 150 bucks, I'm guessing. They'll probably be there somewhere. Somebody is selling it for a profit. Not this guy. Outside of that, you can get the other one, the special edition, and the regular one at collectibleplayingcards.com. I believe they still have the original one. Not 100% certain. Use the code VITAZ832. Save 10% off the order. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.